Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? This is episode, what episode is this? 8 or 7? What is it?
Episode 7.
Episode 7 of the,
You want to talk now?
we still got that name? Yeah, episode 7 of the podcast. We missed last week. So, I mean, I know we only got like 6 listeners, so I know it ain't no big deal to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Um,
But it's our duty to,
yeah, we missed last week. It's
we've been busy.
and life just been stressful.
Yeah.
And I know, people might say like, oh no, but you gotta go hard. You gotta make sure you get the podcast out. Gotta make sure you take care of your business first. But like real life is real life, and I ain't about to fuck with my mental health or nothing like
Physical
that.
health.
Yeah, physical health just to get a podcast out. I mean, we're gonna try to give them to y'all every week, but if we miss a week,
Maybe back.
that we be back and just know it's for a real reason. But even though we missed a week of potting, we did not miss a week of going out and doing stuff and
Yeah, we're still doing our every weekend,
get out the house
get out
thing,
the house.
try something new or different or
We're
something.
just doing something. Just experiencing different atmospheres, food, entertainment.
Yeah,
Sometimes we might do the same thing in 2 weekends in a row.
yeah. So let's kind of give them a recap on what we did last week.
Last week we went to Elvez.
Yeah, the Mexican restaurant
Yeah,
downtown.
really. I've been wanting to go there for like a year now.
Yeah,
Just haven't had a chance to. And then on top of that, the times that I did want to go, it was booked. The days I
Yeah.
wanted to go, like they're so busy.
yeah. They always busy.
I see why
You gotta,
now.
yeah, cause it's a nice little.
Yeah.
It's definitely a nice vibe. You gonna talk about like when you first walk in, it's like I don't know. They had a little. It was like different, like a little curtain you had to walk past and all that. Like it was like a nightclub or something. I don't know. Like it was
No,
exclusive. You remember the big curtain when you first walk in? It's like a little vestibule, and then you had to walk through a curtain.
I don't remember the curtain.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but
I
anyway,
don't know the bar when I walked in, you see like a bicycle.
the bar stood
like
out. It's like
spinning.
in the middle of the
Yeah, so that stood out
restaurant.
for me as soon as I walked in. But it's really a nice restaurant. I love the decor, the vibe.
It's like a Mexican like type thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's El Vez. What's that like tacos and stuff like that? So it's like a Mexican thing. It's like
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing wrong. Like you know what I mean. But yeah, it was the bar stood out because they had the little bike in the middle and it was like lit up, colorful and all that.
Yeah, no, it's
It's like dim
colorful.
lighting in
Yeah.
there. It's just cozy and comfortable, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's really nice. And
But we did take the baby with us.
dum dum dum. And let's just say it was a challenge.
Definitely, definitely a challenge.
This is our first rodeo.
What you mean by that?
Well, our first baby, our first,
yeah.
going to a restaurant with him. Yes, it was
No,
the
it
first
wasn't. We've been
restaurant.
in like Applebee's or something.
With him?
In the mall. You remember we went to Applebee's in the mall? Well, you remember we went to the mall? He was in,
I don't remember. I don't remember.
what's that? Is it Applebee's or is it the Ruby's?
Oh, Ruby Tuesday? Oh, yeah, Ruby Tuesday. It was Ruby's.
In the mall.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was acting up in here too.
Yeah, screaming and
But
hollering.
anyway.
But yeah, so we still trying to get
that's-
accustomed to or comfortable with, having a baby being out because he in the middle of the restaurant
Can't-
screaming. You
it's
got
hard
to
to-
hold him and
Hard to enjoy yourself and just chill. Like, it's like a bunch of anxiety. It's like, all right, is he going to be screaming now? Like, can I eat now? Is he going to grab my food? Grab
grabbing
it for
for
my napkins?
stuff
Grab
and
it for my knife?
you
Grab
want
it
to
for
play
my fork.
around. Yeah.
So it was challenging. So, but overall it was really a nice restaurant. The food was good.
How you like the food? What you
It was
order?
really good. We
Tell them what
we
you
had
ordered.
for appetizers we had the
Nachos.
manchego cheese dip with the nachos.
Mm-hmm. They had 3
It
different
was
dips.
yeah, that was
had
different.
like
It
a-
came with the guacamole and
Like
salsa.
apple. Wasn't like a guacamole type apple. I felt like it was like apple.
I don't remember. No
Yeah,
apple
it
in
was
it.
like it was like
Made it
apple.
taste
You only had it
apple.
once.
No,
I mean, you only-
guacamole.
It was
and-
guacamole, but it had like an apple flavor in it. Is what I'm trying to say. To me,
Yeah. Well, I don't eat guacamole, but it was good. That one was good for me to first try it. It was good. We had that. Then I remember I ordered the
Oh, you ain't talking about other dips. It was guacamole. It was the cheese.
yeah, the cheese and the sauce. I did.
Oh, I remember you saying it.
It was good. But you wasn't the cheese.
I had all three. I was dipping all three. Like I ain't.
I was mainly doing the cheese. I like cheese. The cheese and nachos as a snack. And then I had the mahi mahi tacos, the crispy tacos.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like when they first came out, it was like 2. So I'm like, that's it. But no, it was enough. It was just the right amount of food, literally. Like
you
it
like
was. Them? Yeah, it was so good. It was really good. Like I will go. Like I
wish. Said it was alright. I remember you saying it was alright.
No, it was good.
Oh, alright.
It was good.
Alright. And I had the
I don't know. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, camarones something. Some all kind of. I actually posted it on Instagram. So the name, whatever the name was, but I know there was shrimp with like a tamale or something, but it tasted like. So I had a shrimp, and it had like a sauce. It was like a couple pieces of shrimp with like a sauce drizzled on the plate, and it was like I think it was called like a tamale. It was like stuffed though. I felt like it was beans on the inside. I don't know what the hell it was on the inside of that thing, but if you look at the picture on my page, you'll see it. But that shit was so fucking good, and I would recommend that to anybody that go there. Get that.
And them fish tacos were good too. I told him, I said, "Yo, we gotta come back again without the baby, and really enjoy ourselves." Like, because I had a margarita, the golden margarita, and it was so good.
What's your favorite word? What's something so good?
My favorite word. What?
Pop.
What, Poppington?
Yeah.
Poppington. It was Poppington. That was good, but I couldn't enjoy my drink.
Because of the baby.
Yeah, I really couldn't. So we have to go again because I want them tacos again, and it's like 3 other dishes I want to try. Yeah. So I would definitely go again.
Yeah, I definitely will go back.
It's really
go back and chill at the bar. I mean, just soak up the vibes.
Yeah. But yeah.
So what?
So we did
that was last week.
So this week we did the Pizza Bodega.
Pizza Bodega
or Bodega?
Where you think you at?
Or Bodega?
New York?
Pizza Bodega. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Pizza Bodega.
Yeah, in Fishtown.
Yes. Oh my goodness. How could I have never found this place? Like, when I say they have my favorite everything, like pizza and wine. Like, any place that had pizza and wine, like, I'm there. Like,
it was like kind of spur of the moment because we went down Fishtown. I guess that's today. But this podcast probably come out later than today. But anyway, we went down there actually to
look at some art pieces.
Check out some art. We went to this what is it called again?
The Corridor?
The Corridor of Philly. Or Corridor. I don't know if it's called the Corridor of Philly or not. I know it's the Corridor Arts. Something.
Yeah, but we went down there to look at some
we look at some art because, I want to put some new artwork in the house. But we went down there to look at art, so we checked that out. We left out of there and we was like, we might as well just grab something to eat while we down here. And you was talking to me about the pizza spot for a while, and I remember we down here already. Let's
why not?
Might as well go check it out. And you got that from somebody, a friend you work with, yeah. So we went over there, and it's a nice little.
Yeah, I love the vibe. Like they have like an indoor outdoor as soon as you first walk in, and then it's like the second part of the dining area, which is a different vibe, and then the third part it was just a different vibe, but it all like come together.
Yeah, so when you first walk in, it's almost like a outside type thing, even though you inside. It's like, I don't know, they just got the vibe set up. And then when you walk through the actual like restaurant, it's like, the bar area, and then they got like 2 other areas, and it's almost like a cafeteria, but it's like a dining room. It's hard to kind of put it. It's like. It's not like cafeteria. Like there's nothing like a cafeteria.
No.
Like, but it feels like a big.
It's more comfy than a cafeteria.
I know, but
it's like a big family home.
Yeah,
it's like a big
family home.
That's what I'm
trying to say.
It's I love it.
Yeah, it was
like,
nice.
I mean, there's so many like different types of pizza they had, but we went regular pepperoni just for the first time, but we definitely going back to like try other different, what they call it, pies.
Yeah, so it's like a nice little hipster spot,
Yeah.
different people, different kind of people you see in there. It's a chill vibe.
It's casual was, and they were really nice. They were really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we did, and we got to go back. But
Definitely. So what's the topic this week?
it's a vibe.
So this week we want to talk about just vibes. And speaking of vibes, it's more like I don't know how to say it. Like, let me think.
Well, it's more of
So-
creating your own energy, like creating your vibes. Like with us, for instance, like spring is coming, and we want to change our decor a little bit just to, bring that spring fever, that spring energy in
Yeah.
our home. So we've been, changing up our decor. We're working on a dining room, but the overall thing is talking about how do we create this vibe? Like, why do we create this vibe and
Right.
create these energies? Like,
Right.
creating your own, your own energy.
Right. So in the first podcast, we talk about being intentional in a relationship and how you gotta, you just gotta be intentional in a relationship. You gotta work on it. It's a job. It's work. You gotta clock in just like you clock in at work, and you gotta do different things to get your relationship to a certain level, whether that be communication and affection, just a whole bunch of different stuff. But when we talking about vibes today, I'm talking about like, what you come home to every day, your living space, and you
Your
got to be
safe
intentional
haven.
about that. Like your safe haven, yeah, you got to be intentional about that too. And that's on any level because we just bought a house about a year and a half ago, but even prior to we buying this house, like I done lived in basements, I done lived in rooms, I done had my own apartment at one time or two. But everywhere I've ever been, I've always created a vibe, and I don't know if it's because, I don't know. I seem like I feel, as me as a person, I'm kind of like, I'm real mental. Like I overthink a lot of stuff, and I had certain things happen in my life, whereas I kind of tend to be more a quiet person, and I got my ups and my downs, so. I think by me being that a certain kind of way, I always wanted to just make my living space make me feel better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anywhere I've ever went, I've always started thinking like, all right, how can I make this like a good vibe? And we started like
Yeah, it's a process. It's a process. I feel like people, like, for instance, like, it's not for instance because I didn't start anything, but whatever. I feel like a lot of people furnish their homes with furniture, using colors and different decor, and not thinking about why they're using or why they're buying it. It's just like, oh, this is cute. Let me get this.
I need
This
a
is
couch.
cute.
I need
or like this is
a
this is
table.
what I'm used to. Let me get this. And it's like, I feel like it's important to think about what do you want to do first. Like, when I walk into my house, what do I want to see?
What do I want to see? How do I want to feel?
Exactly.
Right.
And that's important because when you come home after work or whatever you do and stress and chaos in this world, you want to come home and feel at peace.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people furnish their homes
They don't think about that too much. You're just like, it's like a second, it's like an afterthought. It's like, oh, I want to, we need a couch. And it's like, I know some people do.
Yeah.
Like they say, oh, I want this, you might say, oh, I want this couch, I want this dining table, I want this bedroom set because it look good or stuff like that. But
and that's okay, and that's fine.
and that's fine too. Like if that's your thing, that's your thing. But if you become a little bit more intentional about how do you want things to make you feel, like for instance, like when we go, like we done went on trips, we done been in different hotels and stuff like that. When you go to these places, or it don't even got to be that, you can go in different restaurants. I gathered like vibes from all different kind of places. Whenever I'm in some kind of place that I like the vibe, I start looking around and I start seeing like what they got. Like, oh, they got those kind of lights hanging. Oh, the wall color look like this. Oh, they got this kind of wallpaper. Oh, they got these pictures on the wall. And I'm or maybe they got music playing a certain kind of music, and it's like,
let me play this in my house.
right,
Like
right.
this,
It's
you
like
know what I mean?
so it's like when I go into different places, I be trying to like just soak in how the environment is making me feel, and then how can I add that to my environment at home. Like sometimes we go to hotels, we go in there and like, oh man, this feel good. It feel like we somewhere else. What is it? Is it the what? I'd be like, what kind of pillows is those on the bed? What
Yeah.
that comforter is that a down comforter? Is that 1,000 thread count? Like I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the details on the chairs. Like I'm just taking things in, because when I go home, I don't want to feel like I'm going home to like, some dead ass house, and like I want my shit to feel good. I want to feel like, or feel like I'm somewhere. I might want to feel like I'm somewhere else, like
Yeah.
So like I said, we just being intentional about your space, and we want to talk about how we do it at our house. I mean, everybody do it different, but we want to just kind of get
It's
into.
different, and it's different scenarios. Like it's like furnishing your home, and as well as creating a better day for yourself. Like I've known like times I've been like felt depressed, or I've had friends or family members who felt depressed, and they like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And it's like, create a better day. And I feel like that plays another part in creating a vibe as well. It's not just,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? It's not just furnishing.
So
It's
she's
also
saying like sometimes we come home, or even I come home, and like she might know I had a bad day. She'll have some like a certain kind of music like playing it when I could walk in the house, cause she know like, all right, he might come home, he might be stressed. Let me turn on some like happy music or something like that. So
or
it's like
yeah, let me turn on some music, turn some
light a
lights on.
candle,
Yeah,
like,
light
for
a
the smell.
candle, or light a
And that's
candle for the smell, or turn some
right,
lights on, like
right.
make it look bright in here. Like
And that's what I do on like on the weekends, even on the weekends, like on Sundays or whatever, or Saturday and Sundays. I get up early. I come downstairs. I open up the blinds. I turn some like either some gospel on, or like some like chill, maybe some chants, or like just certain kind of music I turn on just to bring a certain vibe, and like just so I can just
whatever music that makes you feel
yeah.
calm,
I
like
ain't going,
whatever
I
music
ain't
that
going.
makes you feel calm.
And I
Whatever
play
that's
sometimes I
is
play
for you.
classical music. I play classical, and it might sound like some old man shit or whatever like that, but listen, try classical music. Like it'll really help
Oh
you.
my God.
No, seriously, it's really a vibe. Like I don't listen. That's what I do. You don't gotta do what I do. You go
It's
play your
just
hip hop
basically,
shit or whatever like that.
it's just a way to get your headspace in a
Relax,
calming,
relax and calm.
yeah,
That's all we trying to do.
state. So
But let's talk about how we actually, do what we do. Like so we.
so
I had wrote down a list of stuff that we do when we want to like, put together our little vibe.
like, okay, so for instance, like I said, for instance, say if you want to do your living room over, it's like putting your mind space and like, okay, when I walk in my living room, how do I want to feel?
Right.
What kind of music I want to play in here? Do I want to play music in here? What type of TV do I watch? Like, do I watch TV shows? Do I want to watch movies? Do I even want a TV in here? You have to think about these things. Like, what's the colors I want to see? What kind of decor do I want to see? Flowers in here? Do I want to see pictures in here? Do I want to see?
So let's get into it.
I am getting into it. I am getting into it. Like, I'm trying to be detailed so I can kind of like.
Yeah, but I want to separate what you want to do on a daily basis as far as like what you watching and music.
What I'm
I
saying,
want to separate that from the
it's
actual
not about
decorating.
what you want to do. I'm just trying to like help people get in their head. Like, what is this room for?
Right.
So when you think like that, what is this room for?
Right.
Then that'll help you.
So let's pick one
venture
room.
out
Let's
to-
just pick one room and let's go through it.
Living room.
Right. All right. So what do we do in our living room? The first thing we do, we usually try to find a theme. and they got
Yeah.
different kind of themes out there.
Themes and
You can look
colors.
up. It can be rustic. It can be modern. It can be contemporary. It's
Traditional.
traditional. So when you, so the thing is, when you, and like I said, it don't have to be for a house. It can be for a room, apartment, whatever.
Your
You
car.
Yeah, ain't nobody put no shit in their car.
Listen.
Come on. Ain't nobody put no
Listen.
shit in their car.
I've seen some personality in
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
I ride.
I ain't
Lyft.
into that
Listen,
though. I ain't
I
into
do
personality
Lyft,
car. Like keep your car, I ain't trying to
Uber.
get no. Yeah,
And
that's too
I've
much.
seen some
That's too much.
personality.
That's too much.
Listen, I've seen some personalities in some cars now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I ain't into all that.
Okay.
So we ain't talking about cars. We talking about homes. Anyway,
Just saying.
so you pick out your theme, and you can look them up on Google. You start with your theme, and then you can go from there. So what we do is like we pick out our theme, and then we look at the colors we want. So for me, I like bright light colors, stuff that'll make you feel like up and make you feel like you want to either create or just be in a better feeling vibe. So none of my furniture in my house is like dark for the most part. We got some dark stuff, but most of my house is light. So you start with your colors, then we start looking at like lighting in each room, because I think lighting is the most important. That one little ass ceiling light in the middle of the ceiling is not enough to make a room like feel a vibe. It's different kind of lightings out there. You can
There's lamps. There's actually
Yeah.
other ceiling lights you can like.
different kind of ceiling
buy.
lamps, lights. I meant sorry.
And
got-
IKEA is good for that too. It's,
Yeah.
it's inexpensive,
Definitely.
and they have different styles. So like you don't have to like stick with the ceiling fan like
Right, right.
You know what I mean. I mean you may have like you may not be a handyman like.
But
you
if
can
you're
find
not a
someone to do
handyman,
it, but
if you're not a handyman, they got lamps and stuff that you can just buy
Or lamps,
and plug
yeah.
up, and you can put it in different parts of your room or your house or anywhere you want. So lighting is super important, and have more than one light in a room. Like I said, not just a ceiling light.
Yep.
Get different little lamps to put around and make sure they fit your style. You gotta
Exactly.
everything you do, it gotta fit the
But why,
initial
but
style of the
explain,
room.
why do you feel like you need more than one light in the room?
Because one light is it's not I mean, because
I
you
mean,
can
I
go
know,
with one
I feel
light.
like-
You can go with one light, but it's just you gotta. My
You gotta
thing
switch
is,
it up sometimes.
yeah, but it's like if you got 2 or 3 different lights on, it'll make that whole like vibe just feel different. But it's like you gotta experiment. We've been experimenting with it for so long. I can't. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to like. I'm not an interior. We're not interior design people. Okay, I'm gonna say that. So like, take what I
just
say
moved
with a
around
grain
a
of
few
salt.
times, so-
But we moved a couple times. I done did this. We didn't decorated everything we did, and I've always had more than one light. Like in our living
Because
room
you,
now.
sometimes because for instance, like no, it's good to have different lights because sometimes you're not in a certain mood. Sometimes you're like, you know what, I want to chill, and I don't want to be loud right now. I want to chill. Let me just turn this lamp on. I don't need this ceiling light.
Yeah, because the
So
ceiling
you
light,
get- you
but
have
that ceiling light got that.
options. You
It's
have
like dull
options,
too.
too.
I don't like ceiling lights because they just super dull. Like even like we got
To use
recess
only.
lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to have them only there, they super dull. It's like it just bring energy down
And it's
for
the
some reason.
same thing every day. It's like sometimes
Right.
you want to switch it up.
Right, right.
And you should have that option.
Right.
But
So lighting is important, and make sure
when pick your themes, your colors.
we talked about that.
Like okay,
We talked about the themes and the colors. We was on the lighting now.
something like that.
We talked about the style.
So we
Picking
actually
the
like
style.
okay. We didn't say this though. When we choose the kind of style we want, we start looking up that style, and we look at like the picture. Like we look at pictures of
Like we picked modern. We just look up
like
a
if
whole
you
bunch
pick-
of different
I want
modern
a modern
spaces.
style. Like
Right.
we like a whole bunch of different pictures of modern living
Yeah,
rooms and look
yeah.
at the furniture they have. Look
Yeah.
at how they're placing the furniture.
Right.
And that kind of help us give an idea like, oh, you know what? I
And the
like
colors.
that.
And the colors.
too.
If you-
Yeah,
yeah.
it help you with colors too.
So that's where we start. So
But
also,
if you have trouble on finding the types of themes, listen, go right to Google. Like
we
know what I
said
mean?
that. We said that in the beginning. So in the so after you find the style, the colors, and the lighting, you want to focus on the entertainment in the room. Now, in our living room, when we first moved in, I really didn't want a TV in there,
No.
and that's only because it seemed like, and it was like a personal thing, like personal growth thing. It's like, I know this gonna be left, and people gonna be like, "What the fuck is he into?" But I don't give a fuck. It's like most of the time when you got your family and your friends over, and even if you live with just a spouse or whatever like that, you sit in the living room and You watch
Yeah,
you watch TV
yeah.
obviously. But a lot of times I think the TV is a distraction, and that's why we don't talk to each other enough because all we doing is distracting each other, trying to distract ourselves. So if we ain't on cell phones, we sitting in front of a TV watching whatever the fuck we watching or
Yeah.
whatever like that. And when we moved into this house, I wanted us to get more connected, talking and shit like that.
Yeah, so it's more likely our family room. I mean, we have a TV.
No,
in
we got
there,
a TV in there
In
now.
there now.
So we didn't, so we had it. It was like we didn't have a TV in there at first. Then we did. It's like it's just been in and out because at times we do want to chill and watch it, but we want to be comfortable. So it's like it's a toss up type thing. But I really didn't want it in there.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of choose the entertainment in your room. You got to be intentional about that too. If you want people just to talk and just rap, like you got to. People won't want to turn the TV on if it's
Yeah,
there.
they
So
see a TV. Yeah.
if you see it, so it's like you got to take the TV out the room if you want to spark more conversations and it's not just sit in a
And
room
even
and
if you do have a TV
be
in there,
distracted.
you just want. Even if you do have a TV in there, and somebody let's turn this off. Let's talk. Let's play a game. You know what I mean.
Yeah,
Let's
but if it's
connect.
there, it's like it's like
I
the
mean,
easy out basically. Sometimes you
yeah,
give yourself
it
the
is,
easy out,
it
and that's why I
is.
didn't want it in there
It
at
is,
all.
but that's what you mean by being intentional.
Yeah,
Because some people
but
do have TVs.
but it could be
in their
intentional
rooms.
to take it out. That's what I'm saying. The
But
intentional part is
I'm
like
saying- what
remove the
I'm
TV.
saying for people who don't remove it and that's where it is, it's like
Yeah,
they can just turn it off.
true.
You can just turn it off sometimes. Like
True.
when people like, let's turn this on. No, we're gonna connect today. We're gonna talk today.
True.
And that's it.
So yeah, so that's the TV. But also in the living room we got these Wi-Fi speaker for music.
Yeah.
Because we big on music in
We
this
love
house.
music.
Music is like that's a big part of the vibe. You know, everybody love music. So
Yeah.
and I want to tell y'all, I don't know, I'm like really into like I guess you want to call it like tech type stuff, but we got these Wi-Fi speakers that actually is just a little skinny speaker that plug up, and you gotta have Wi-Fi in your house, and they connect to each other, so you can have a speaker in like we got a speaker in our bathroom,
Dining room.
in our dining
and
room,
living room.
and our living room, and they all connect to each other, but there's no cords. It's just a straight up
They
plug.
can either all play the same music or each room can have a different song
Music
on.
if you want.
Yeah.
And it's all coming from your you just hook it up to your cell phone, the app on
Yeah.
your cell phone or whatever like that. And so I was intentional about that. Like I wanted to be able to, if I'm playing, I don't know, the weekend in the living room, when I walk up to the bathroom, I'm still trying to hear the music. So
Yeah.
I wanted this the vibe to be all throughout the house, the living room, the dining room. I just, you know, even when you out and you at different places like restaurants and stuff like that, or you know, you could be at Dorney Park or something and they got the music on, you could hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
I just want that vibe, like
Yeah, but
so,
even if you like, you know, what we have, like some people might not have or
Right.
can do that. What you can do is like, there's so many different like Bluetooth speakers
and
that's
stuff like that.
inexpensive,
Yeah.
and you can just place in your bathroom.
Yeah.
When you go in the bathroom, turn it on.
yeah.
Like it's like,
'Cause
or if you go
yeah.
in your living room, turn it on. Or you in the kitchen doing dishes, turn
Turn it
some
on,
music on. Like
Right.
get some energy.
Right.
Like
Cause I play a lot of music when we in the bathroom taking a shower and stuff like that. Like I like to turn on a certain kind of music to get my day started and stuff like that. Usually classical because I'm trying to relax in the morning so I can have an easy, you know, ride into work. But that's more of that being intentional about how you decorate your room. So that's as far as the entertainment. Usually TV, music. We got games in our living room.
yeah, we have like games on the bookshelf, like
yeah.
little card games and stuff like that.
Right.
But
So that's another thing. Anything else for entertainment? That's probably it.
entertainment. No, it's just more of basically having
How you choose your
how
entertainment
you
for your
choose your
room.
entertainment
Yeah.
for like for that specific room. What
Yeah.
do I want to be doing in this? What's this room for? What do I want to be doing in this room? Is this a movie? Is this our family room, or just a room a room where we watch our movies in, a room we have a conversation in? It's just you have to be intentional on creating that space. What is this room for?
Right.
And work off of that. But
So, and then another thing, comfort, as far as like
yes,
your couches.
that's important.
So remember
Yes.
so we got couches in the basement. We got couches up here, but the couches that we had in the basement was from our apartment.
Our old apartment.
So so let's talk about it.
Okay. So when you are thinking about like furniture in your room, you have like again, think about what is this room for? Most likely, you don't want to buy comfortable plush
Well, you
sofas
might just talk
if-
about what we did. Talk about what we did because they might want to buy like
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Let's
didn't-
not tell them what to do. Just tell
I'm
them
not
what
telling
we've
them
been
what
through.
to do.
Just tell them what happened to us.
What I'm saying is that we bought these very really comfortable like plush sofas. Like when I say recliner sofas,
Yeah. We bought them for our apartment.
Yes, when we was at our apartment.
Yeah.
These things you fall asleep and they get so comfortable
Yeah.
and it's like
Too comfortable.
and you just fall asleep right away. And we had to learn like those type of sofas wouldn't be good for a family room. If
It was. I mean, they
It
was
was good.
okay,
It
but
was
it's like
okay.
when it's like if I can't sit down without falling asleep because it's so. I mean, I don't. It could be me. It could have been me, or it could be no. Because I listen. I don't know if that's everybody's experience. I just know with our experience, I used to sleep like when I used to sit down.
when we used to watch movies, he'd fall asleep.
Because the couch was
And
too
that's what I
comfortable.
mean by it would be difficult to have it in a family room because if you have an idea of a family room being a room to connect,
Right.
conversate, play
But
games.
you never
with
fell asleep though. So what if most people was like you? That's what I'm trying to say. It could be me or it could be. I just wanted to tell them about what our experience was. So I mean, people can buy it if they want, but our experience and it was, I was always falling asleep. So it was like we decided not to buy it for our new family room because it was just too comfortable. But go ahead.
Yeah, so having that type of furniture in the family room, it would be kind of difficult because there are people who may fall asleep on it. So it's like we don't want to even have that option. It's like, you know what, this is our family room. We don't want people falling asleep. We want to all be up and energized and connect. So maybe that type of furniture wouldn't be good for that room.
Right.
So that's what I mean by like
So we bought the new furniture that we bought. We bought a leather couch, right?
yeah.
And
It's not as comfortable.
definitely not as comfortable. It's fucking annoying a little bit though, but it is what it is. You know, sure as I won't fall asleep on it unless
Yeah,
you lay down.
up. You'll be sitting up. But that's the point. It's like
Yeah,
if that's what the room is for, that's what it's for.
and what's like not really popular that we see a lot of people do. Our couches, we got a love seat, and we got a. I mean, I don't even know if there's a love seat. We just got two sofas basically in our
Two sofas.
in our living room, and they're super different. They're not a package deal like where they come with the
They're
same
two
color.
separate colors.
Two different materials. They just
and that's another thing. Like people feel like they have to buy sets. It's like, oh, I gotta buy this whole living room set or this whole dining room set. It's like you don't have to. If you see a sofa that you like, get that sofa. And if you see another chair that you like, get that chair. You like again, it's about creating your own space.
Yep, your own space.
You don't
your own
have
vibe.
to like do the traditional thing of I'm gonna buy this whole set. But again, if that whole set fits you,
Right.
great. But at the same time, if you
You're
feel
not
like
locked into doing
you
it.
don't have to be locked into doing it. Like you can literally buy separates, and that's what we buy separates. I don't remember the last time we bought a set.
Well, no, our set was the one we bought in the apartment.
Oh, yeah, that
the great
one, that
couches.
one, that
Yeah,
one.
the
Yeah,
great
yeah,
couches.
that
They
one.
had two of the
That
same
we-
couches.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool, whatever. It looked
Yeah.
good in the living room. We had it all decked out, whatever. It looked clean. But, you know, we wanted to do something a little bit more creative this time. And when you do buy different couches, if you do want to buy different couches as far as colors, because we got two different colors and two different materials. One is leather and one is like, I don't know if that's microfiber or something. But it is, I'm not saying it's important. You could really do what you want. But so we got an orange and a blue couch. And that's like a warm and a cool couch as far as color contrast is concerned. It's a little off topic, but if you look at like how complementary colors work or how analogous colors or monochromatic, like if you start Googling that kind of stuff, you'll know what colors might fit together or what might fit your mood. It's like, but that's a whole nother topic. That's like going a little deeper into it.
Yeah, but it's just like knowing the furniture. It's like once you have the idea, the theme, the color, the lighting, what do you want in this room? I feel like you have to play off with that furniture as well. Like for instance, like we said, with a family room, you don't want to have no extra comfortable seats because you don't want everybody to fall asleep. You want everybody to be up and be interactive.
Right.
So you
that's
don't
your
want.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So just be
Yeah.
you gotta just be intentional about things you do, and then when it comes down to decor, that's like the last little icings on the cake. So when you got your big furniture in there, your coffee table, your lamps, your lighting, your entertainment, your decor is like your little final pieces. And I think most of our decor is like kind of like
It's like
earthy.
the cherry on top.
Yeah, and our stuff is like earthy. We got like plants and
Yeah,
sticks and stuff
yeah.
like that. It's like just it's that I don't know, that earthy chill feel vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What, we might take a picture or something, post it or whatever, but maybe not. I don't know, but yeah. I think like we was just saying, it's just super important. Even like I said, to your mental health, like just to be able to come home and
Getting a
get in a certain kind of vibe and a certain
space,
kind of
yeah, a
feel.
certain space. Like you want your home again. You want your home to be like peace. Like you want to like come home to like, whew, you know what I mean? Like and turn some music on and like you don't have to come home from a long day at work. And we do, trust me, because I do sometimes. Like I'm tired, like I just want to go to sleep. But you can have those days where you come home, turn some music on, create your own vibes,
Your
like
own
just
feel.
create it. Like and it's like I remember talking to some. I don't want to put no names out there. Somebody close to me, they were saying like they were going through it. They didn't know what to do. They just feel stressed out. And I'm like, when you're feeling stressed out or depressed, it's a day by day thing. It's like, what can I do today to make my day better? Don't focus on the next day, because you'll get overwhelmed. Right. Focus on the right now, because all you have is right now at that moment.
Right.
So what can I do right now to feel better than what I'm feeling right now? It may not be like to feel the best, but what can I do right now to feel better? And sometimes it could be trying some music. It could be any kind of music, anything that makes you feel a little energized. Like this is basically giving yourself some more energy.
One thing I do is like sometimes I'll turn on a stand-up comedy, turn on some comedy and just watch a stand-up comedy, because that'll get you laughing and
it's just taking. It's basically taking it like temporarily. It's temporary, but it's long term when you do it every day. It's like
about
being
practicing.
aware.
It's just practicing being aware of like, okay, I'm feeling a certain kind of way.
What can I do to get out of it?
Let me do something about it. And like she said, it starts by just being conscious of it, and then actually deliberately doing something about it. And like the whole, this whole topic is about decor and whatever in your home, but your home is like that's your space. I'm not gonna keep saying your home. I mean, your home is whether it's your room, whatever you call home is like. Make sure that's your haven and do something about it. Like even like painting, that's $30 or whatever like that. It's not too expensive. We got accent wall in our house just to get that like different kind of look. It's like you got to be intentional about what you do. Like just and it's like I said, it's not expensive. It's not an expensive thing. Paint costs $30. We got these string lights up in here in our dining room, which is we ain't talk about the dining room, but they was what? How much I spent? $30 on that. It's like. You can do so much different stuff with your space,
I'm cheap
man.
Too, so I'm a bargainista. Right. I will bargain.
You ain't cheaper than me, so.
So it's like, listen, I'm telling you, if you need like help with like decor and stuff, like go to my page, DM me. I would like look up some stuff for you. Trust me, okay? I will look up some stuff for you. Just DM me. I will help you.
But you can start if you don't want to do that, whatever. You can start. IKEA got nice stuff. Home Goods, TJ Maxx. Marshalls, Amazon. Yeah, it's like start there. Like they got some real cheap stuff. So,
but it's all in all, it's like create your space, create your vibe, create your energy, and it again, it doesn't just have to do with furnishing your place. It has to do with your mentality. It's like again, like you having a stressful day, do something about it. It could be the smallest thing.
Right.
It could be the smallest. And you know what? Let me pour me a glass of milk. Like I ain't drink milk in a while.
Glass of milk? No,
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
no.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Babe, what? A glass of milk?
Babe.
No.
Listen.
Put a glass of wine or something like. Get you something real.
Listen, I'm just trying not to put like.
No, like you trip. Like I think you're a little too on. A glass of milk. Like what the fuck? I think we talking to cats. Out of pocket, dog. Like,
listen,
you're not talking to no fucking cats. You're talking to grown ass men and women, dog. Like,
pour your glass of milk and have your side of cookies.
No.
Listen.
Oh my God.
He not letting me finish my thought out. Let me just. I had a vibe. I had a vision. Like you just messing it up.
All right, great.
I'm just saying, even if it's even if it's pouring a glass of milk with some Oreos or chocolate chip cookies and sitting in front of the screen watching comedy or what you call romance comedies.
Yeah, rom-coms.
Rom-coms, yes. What I'm trying to say is do some, all right, I'm feeling sad. What can I do?
All
What
right.
can I do?
Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
That's
And
what-
if you need, like I did, listen, because I still go through it. Like I still, go through stressful times, depressed moments and stuff like that. And like I practice this stuff a lot. So like if you need me, like listen, DM me. I can like
She can help you out.
I can help you out. I'm not listening.
That's
I'm
right.
still going through it. I only can give you what I can, what I've experienced. Like I'm still learning.
So like we said, we're gonna wrap it up. Just this is just our experience. This is what we go through. If you want to take it, you take it. You can leave it on the table if you don't like it. But that's what we got on the topic. So guess we're gonna see y'all next week. Hopefully,
y'all later.
hopefully we ain't stressing out or nothing like that. Hopefully we'll drop.
We will.
Next week.
We will.
Um,
Speak it to existence.
yeah, speak it into existence. See y'all.
We have to read a question. We started that, remember? We have to read a question.
Do we got a question next to it?
We have a question, yes. Give me a second.
It's a question right here.
Okay. Yeah, we said that from that moment at the end of the episode we're gonna read a question and answer it. So, question we have today. How do you describe how I've changed to others? How have I changed to you?
Let me read it
Oh,
again. Let me
gosh.
read it. How do you describe how I've changed? So we're gonna say for each other, how would I describe? I would say you changed. No, let me think. Cause this is, I ain't getting no prep for this and nothing like that. I gotta think about it. You have changed.
Why you think I have something for you, which I've talked about
Oh, go
already?
ahead. All right, go ahead.
I feel like you become more patient.
Okay.
I'm not saying you all the way there, but you have become
Damn, dog.
you have become more patient with others. You have
With
even
others?
with me. Like you become more patient,
Okay.
and I appreciate that
Okay.
because there's times when I'm just impatient as fuck, and you bringing that energy is good. So
Okay. So I would say how you change is, you've gotten a little thicker over the years, and thicker than a Snickers.
gosh,
And
anyway.
no, let me give you something like more,
No.
more,
Don't-
romantic or something like that.
Whatever.
I would say you change. Okay. So I would say, how you change. I think in certain moments when we go through different stuff, you can kind of realize you're a lot more apologetic in the moment, which has been good. But I think you're more conscious of like what's going on in different moments, and you've you know how to maneuver a little better in those moments. So like I said, you might need to apologize in a moment, or you might say, what I did wasn't cool, and I don't know, like I think you just become more aware of yourself. I'll say that you become more aware of yourself and what's going on around you. When before you just you super reactive, you were super reactive to every little thing. But I think now you're a little bit more thoughtful about things that's going on. Just like you said with me, you ain't all the way there, but you're a little better. You're definitely better than what you was. So that's how I would say. That's how I would say you changed. And yes, you've gotten thicker. So
Anyway,
I'm not taking that away
thicker
either.
you is I gotta lose this weight for me.
No.
But yeah.
No, I don't think you need to lose weight. I mean,
I do.
you might think you need to.
I do.
But,
The crazy thing is,
we ain't about to get into the whole
listen,
baby
no,
stuff. Like, come on, let's wrap it up, babe. Let's wrap it.
I'm not, but
No, for real. Seriously.
okay, we'll get there.
Yeah, 'cause it's getting
we'll
late.
get
I know
there.
it did.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So, see y'all next week. Peace out.
Talk to you later.